Okay, I am, me, my son, and my wife, I should say, are going to go on a road trip. An arcade-related road trip. And, I'm going to pick up a game. And, I don't know, I may tell you, I may not, I might make this a surprise video. We'll see if I let the cat out of the bag, during the upcoming video. Or not, but picking up a game that I wanted for a very long time. I've only seen this game that I'm picking up in person. 3 times in person. I've made enough of them out there. I just can't. Wasn't lucky enough to find one. And now I got a hold of one. It's from a buddy of mine. You might know him as the owner of TNT Amusements, Todd. And I'm going to go down there. I'm going to do. We are going to do like a joint video. So basically, I'm going to have a camera and he's going to have a camera. And we're going to kind of pick up my new game. I'll give you a hint. It's in this cabinet and this cabinet. And it's going to go next to these cabinets. And it's a vector. So, there's only a few. Maybe you can figure that one out. But, it's about 3 in the morning right now. While I'm down there, I'm going to visit a buddy of mine in New Jersey. And, well, let's get in the truck and let's start going. I am coming in, Todd. I have my camera running. If that's okay with you.
Is it colored?
It just came out. Oh, you got me on camera.
Oh no!
He has the camera running, and I have the camera running. You know, I can get even very easily.
I see.
And look, at John's arcade T-shirt. You
Oh, yeah.
A TNT T-shirt.
Hey, if you have one for sale, I'd buy one.
A sale. And who do we have here? Go ahead.
This. Oh, you know what? I have a story for you.
A story.
Yes, this is. I have
family related.
Yes, it's family related. Yes, I have 3 kids, and they always want to come along whenever I get another game. So I asked one at a time, and I says, well, it's going to be maybe 12 hours by the time we get here, by the time we get back home. And he's the only one that agreed to that. And the reason why, he came all the way because he wants to get your signature on a piece of paper.
Well, actually, I had already thought of that. Okay.
Look at this.
Trading card. Now, Richie probably gave you one too, right?
No.
Richie!
Richie signed like 6 of my arcade machines.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's different. I'll sign arcade games too. How about you, Kurt? You know who this is? This is Kurt.
Kurt. Hello, Kurt.
And that was Frank. Who just pounded
Where's
me
Frank
twice.
going? What?
He's abandoning ship.
It's only 3:30.
And look,
Well-
he's filming in color.
Yes, color.
Let's get introductions. You are.
You know what? Maybe. Okay, I'm on camera. Look at this. Maybe when you guys are done watching your favorite TNT amusement videos, you can check out Arcade Jason.
Wait a minute, this one, there we go. It's right there.
Arcade Jason. And
I didn't even have to prompt.
I'm not as cool as this guy, but I do a lot of arcade stuff.
But his are in black and white.
Yeah, but I got,
Monochrome.
yeah, I do have a cheaper camera.
I see you went all out on this.
I went all out. Yeah, it's a selfie stick and a microphone stand.
And a lot of electrical tape.
Well, electrical tape.
It works.
Well,
And your name, you are?
William.
William. And William drove all that time. Was he riding shotgun or was he?
he was
Back,
laying
sleeping,
comfortably in the back,
snoozing.
covered in
Yes,
pillows.
Sleep. Pillows, piles of I remember those days. Are we there yet? See?
I didn't even hear that
Did you
from
ever
him.
say that?
No.
We wondered what took you so long. Now you left Richie Knuckles at 2:00.
Yeah.
3:35.
Well, it wasn't no 45-minute drive. I don't know why.
I don't know why.
I think he went the wrong way.
We
Yeah,
went
you know
down
what? I
a
think the
lot of
GPS
weird,
went the wrong
windy
way.
Roads.
There shouldn't have been any weird, windy roads.
Yeah,
202,
yeah. We eventually found 202.
263.
We did. I
263
didn't see
to
that.
132
It's all-
and 132
it's all
to
Google-
232. Yeah,
Google
it's
Maps.
all highway from well. So there's traffic lights, but
Yeah.
It's Google Maps' fault.
long way. I offered to give you instructions, and he said,
Oh man, I can't. Oh, he gave me great
that what he
advice. Great advice, but as soon as I hung up the phone, it erased out of my memory.
Erased. Just like the blackout.
Blackout.
So you can see this is a workstation. Pretzels.
Pretzels.
Pretzels are good.
Does this come with the machine?
That's included at no
Alright.
extra charge. See? We're actually
All
doing
the
2
crumbs.
blackouts at the same time. That's later. But
So that's-
today, these 3 have come to see an amazing game, haven't you?
Absolutely.
This is the back side of it. And look, there's still part of this still here. This sticker here, that's Eastern Music's code. Eastern Music is a distributor from Williams Games years ago in Philly. They put white out here. Then they came up with a 5 or 6 digit number and letter code. Would tell them exactly the day they sold this machine. And they would give you 30 full days of warranty. And if you were 1 day out of warranty, you paid through the nose.
Yeah, but do you know what day that is?
No, I don't.
I want to know now.
No,
Now
nobody
you
ever
messed me
figured it
up.
out. Now, they apparently did a service call here and another warranty call here. But oddly enough, that was it. I didn't find any stickers. This is our sticker because we actually went through this monitor.
Oh, did you?
Reflowed it and got it running. Let's see, June of 15. We also reheated this board. And then we did the power supply, too, for you.
Did you really?
Yes, there. Now they know the name of the game.
Yes, sir.
Space Fury.
Space Fury.
A creature for my amusement.
Prepare for
This
battle.
game, when this game came out, it was the Cat's Meow. It was the game. This was going to make us a fortune because the first one was Eliminator. And although it was a clever game, it was a disaster. A huge disaster, a huge flop. The biggest problem was that monitor blew up.
Yes.
And they didn't have anything built
Monitors are
into it.
pain.
Kurt, can you film, please, my arm?
Help him. He should have had
Now-
a selfie stick.
I
You're exhausted from holding the camera.
Wait a minute, I can use that comment from the Popeye cartoon. Would you like that?
now
Agreed.
now Todd, there's a full 3-year warranty on this, right?
No, lifetime.
Lifetime warranty.
Or until we can't see the red light of your take-up light. Take-up lights.
Brake lights.
Brake lights.
What are we taking up?
Now,
Some lights.
the converter game system. You're familiar with it, right?
Absolutely.
It was very clever. They would send you a kit in a box, which I actually ended up getting. You'd unclamp these here. You'd flip this open. You'd unplug the universal plug. You'd pull these 2 out like this.
Swap it up.
Okay? This would come off. You get the new game kit. But you know what? We don't do that yet. Then you'd slide this out like this. Hey, Elliot. You put that like that. You take this out like so. Okay? And this would come out like this. And then you'd slide the cardboard bezel out.
Todd, I have an important question for you.
You put the new bezel in.
I need that cardboard for tax scan. You have any?
No, I have no cardboards left. I did, but nobody really wanted them. We threw them all out.
Oh no.
And this would go in like this. Like so. By the way, that's Elliot from Elliot's Vending. He's moved in next door. Haven't you, Elliot? No, he's hovering around Whirlwind. He's hovering. Whirlwind is going out next week.
It's caught in the world.
Everything's going out next week. Now, then you've got different cards for the computer. I call them cards, printed circuit cards. They slide in, but everything else would stay the same. So all the plugs. Now, I think in one game they had to give you a slightly different connector. because it was extra wires. But these are universal. They also included wiring for the rotary, this control for tack skin, I think. Power supply in the back right there. Now that still has the Eastern warranty sticker on it. Right there.
So it's still under warranty?
You can call Eastern, but you won't get an answer. They went bankrupt years ago. Now, they were very big on fans. There's a fan for the cage, there was a fan in the back, and then the monitor, the electrophone here, they have this fan, and by putting this fan in, by the way, I don't know if you know, by having this fan in, you could just cook only eggs on this.
Oh, just
without the fan, you could cook a steak on it. Boy, does this thing get hot. Woo! And this is the oops. We've left these parts out of the circuit board. That's what this board is. So the output plugs into that, and then this reduces backup from the logic board that was blowing the monitor out. That was what was killing the game. It was just really awful what happened. It was a lot of issues with these, but that's solved almost all the problems with the monitor. The biggest issue is leaving it on day and night.
I have a question about your room.
Yes.
What's with those small cubby holes?
He's talking about the crawling.
Oh, yes.
Well, we play games with the children here during the parties. We have a game called Find the Razors.
Oh!
And we use safety razors. Only one side has the sharp edge. And we hide 100 of them. And whatever child, we hide them in the cubby holes all over the place. So you have to kind of put your hands down to find them. Whoever finds the most razor blades with the fewest cuts gets a signed card of names.
I don't want to play.
You want to play well?
You can't write that. I can see the emails coming now right there. You can't write that, sir.
Thumbs down?
Painful game.
Thumbs down.
That's really bad. Oh, another one.
Possible.
2 in a row.
I didn't get home yet. It'll be 3.
Oh,
You know,
no.
Kurt puts the most thumbs down on every video I make. He puts a thumbs down.
I figured.
Sabotage.
Actually, you know, I actually have a really nice picture. I finally got my machine automatically generates a picture of whoever puts the thumbs down automatically if they have a camera working. As a matter of fact, let me show you. That person just put a thumbs down.
You got problems, man. You got problems.
See right
I
now.
have to use those pictures someplace, Kurt. He doesn't like anything. Should we fire it up?
Absolutely.
Okay.
As long as there's no fire.
Is there
Is it
fire?
smoke
Is there
test?
a
Yeah, fire is a
Smoke test.
possibility.
fire extinguisher?
Now, I'm buying this sight as seen, no warranty, because these are very unreliable machines.
Yes, they are. But they're fun machines.
Yes, they are.
It's loading. Loading. Now, the coin switch has, if you click it too slow, it doesn't ring up a credit. You see? Mm-hmm. Sega had a system, if the micro switch doesn't hit quick enough, it ignores it. That's when people were dropping quarters through with a string on it. You have to click it quickly. Then it registers. So I don't know if Sega's the first people to do that or not. I don't remember now. I don't remember. Or did I?
That'll be a lot of
Control
fun without that plugged in.
It'd be a lot of fun without that plug
Kids are putting their quarters in. Why is this working?
Well, at least it wouldn't start. Now,
So,
We'll
a
see how good
creature
it is.
for my amusement. Prepare for battle.
the sync. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I bet it. Let me just make sure it's
A
playing.
creature for
I played
my
2 credits.
amusement.
Let me make
Prepare for
You
battle.
play this one. Let me make you drop the picture.
So,
You'll have to play with the controls. The first game with tonal inflections, in fact. So,
Oh,
thought you were
jeez.
good at this.
No, I'm not.
Oh, you have to get a new cat. Well,
I
forget
see.
it.
Now it's too late.
To annoy.
I get nothing now.
Starting to annoy
We're buying this so we can get good at it.
me. You're gonna have to get better at it.
Well, Richie said he's going to give me some tips on this. You know, he has the world record.
What space for you?
This game, yeah. And he's going to sign it right there.
Well, I have two cameras. Do you, Richie? Do you, Richie? We'll have
Too
to
many
bring Richie
cameras.
I know. His head's getting bigger. You see it?
It happens.
His head's getting bigger.
Bring him back.
See, Elliot, you can put this on your route. You'll make $100 every 5 years.
How many of that were made, Todd? Can't be.
Our battle is completed, warrior. You were
5,000?
an easy opponent.
4,000? But they didn't sell real well.
A lot of them were converted.
Yeah. Well, you converted it.
Yeah.
The Eliminator got converted to space. No, the tax scan kits. So I only bought Eliminator and Space Fury dedicated, then we bought the tax scan kits. Kurt, was there another kit you remember?
Sure.
But we actually did the conversion at the location. Just what I showed you. We took the cardboard, we changed that, and we exchanged some of the boards inside. We converted it right at the store. So it was pretty neat. It was nice. Gorgeous graphics. I mean, you just can't beat the detail.
Vectors are awesome.
The only problem is that steady drone of the fans.
Oh yeah, they're the noisiest ones in the game room.
I got a row of Segas, and it's
Well,
the
I think
noisiest
the
room.
smartest thing to do
Whisper
is
quiet.
Oh
to
yeah.
buy a new fan for it and change the fans out.
Oh, yeah.
I think the fans are just outrageous.
Can I play Space Race?
Yes,
Absolutely.
Of course. Oh, do we
Drove
have
this
credits?
whole way, you better get to play it. What?
Oh, by the way, the other switches. If everything screws up, you hit the reset. Okay, and then the service switch. You know what? That might not be connected. That's not working. Okay, so we'll just do it here.
This is an as-is
And
game.
volume.
And very now, William will play.
So, a creature for my amusement.
See, it lip sync
Prepare
just
for
like a
battle.
Japanese cartoon. Yeah, I think you could redo the buttons. The buttons are new, but you may have to bend the just to take the spring out to make them a little lighter. He put new buttons in.
So,
The other ones were.
defeating my scout.
But look, there's no
My
cigarette burns.
creatures will
You can do the wipeout, but you're going to get killed that way. Yeah, you have to get out of the way. It's going to take some time. William is going to have to learn. Elliot, you want one for the route, don't you? Will you swap a Ghostbusters pinball even up?
Our battle is completed, warrior. You were an amusing opponent.
Well, Todd, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
What else you got for sale?
Everything.
I'm looking for some kind of project.
Should we give him the list? There's lots of projects. But let's go and look at the list.
I'm outside here. A little bit of a water problem. It's been raining pretty good out here. But I got the arcade machine wrapped up like a giant burrito. Wasted a lot of foam and stuff on here. I just really don't want this to get wet. It's going to be a torrential downpour, and I don't want it to get wet. But on our way back home, I might go to Richie Knuckles Arcade here, but first we're going to go out to eat with Todd Tucky. Well, I'm back home, and as soon as I walked in the door, I landed on this chair and fell asleep for hours. And I was tired. I was at my buddy Richie Knuckles' house, and he offered to let me spend the night, and I don't know, I didn't want to bother him. I didn't know if he was, I just didn't want to. I kind of have a social hang-up sometimes. I didn't want to put anybody into, I didn't want him to feel like he had to or anything, so I went home, and I left this arcade, and I drove straight home, which was a mistake. Man, I was so tired. I'm driving down the road,
and I am like hypnotized. I'm like almost hallucinating. I'm like looking at like marks on the road, and I wasn't sure if I was still on the road, if I'm veering off the road, and we got halfway there. It's like 6 hours from Richie Knuckles arcade to our house, and it's like a 6-hour drive. And me and Kelly were taking turns. And keep in mind, we were awake. I slept 2 hours in 2.5 days. So I was beat, and I couldn't drive anymore. So I was whining about doing the video, and my wife actually set this up just to get me motivated. I came here, and I sat on the chair, and I broke my own chair. I broke my chair, and I laid in it broken. It's broken right now. I tried to scoot up, and I was trying to sleep. But anyways, we drove into a hotel parking lot because I said, I give up, I give in. We're going to a hotel, Kelly. I give up. And we sat in the parking lot, and I said, let me just close my eyes for a little bit. And we woke up. It was daylight, and we were still in the hotel parking lot. So, so whatever, it works. So we're here, and let's check out Space Fury. This chair is busted. It's broke. Okay. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. Okay. You at the door? Okay, hang that up, would you? I'm over here. Okay. I got this sucker wrapped up like a gordita. Back this thing up. Okay. Now, it was threatening to rain pretty heavy. And I got this thing wrapped up really tight. And it stopped raining. It went from crazy torrential downpour to looking for one of these. Yes. Not the best, but it's going to happen. So, I met up with Richie again at his arcade, and I said, man, you got to sign my machine. So, he signed it. We unwrapped just the marquee area, and he signed it for me. So that's cool. Kind of getting moist now from the condensation, but to Jason, Cop, keep rocking the classics, Richie Knuckles. So the reason I wanted him to sign this, because if you don't know, He's the world record holder for this game. But let me unwrap this sucker, and I'll be right back with you. So it's unwrapped already, and if you didn't know, there is... I already plugged this in and tested it, but down here in the cage, I took off the cover here, but down here in the cage, there are two potentiometers you adjust that adjust the horizontal and the vertical pitcher. Now, if you watched the video earlier, you've seen that the pitcher was kind of squished. And there's also adjustments on the back of the monitor. But believe it or not, it's best to get it down here the best you can, and then use the pots back of the monitor as weak as possible so the voltage stays low on the back of the monitor. But anyways, we have an issue. It's still, I did make it a hair wider, but there's still something wrong. We wait until we get a picture going. You see how it's this big and it should be, full screen? Well, I'm going to have to look into that before I put it in the arcade room. But I have a good thought. I haven't even opened it up yet, but I have a good thought what's really wrong here. See if I can zoom in down here. It's a noisy Sega Vector. Somebody put a inductive resistor right here when it should be. You see that goofy setup in the back? The resistor going up here, going down here. That's the way that it was originally. And my guess is one of these transistors shorted out at some point during its life, and they said, well, we got this resistor, let's try this. And I'll have to check it out. I don't know. I mean, that's just one red flag. Maybe it's the correct size. I don't know. It's something to look into. But first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure this resistor is good. And even then, you see how when they make this resistor, they get, sometimes they'll use stainless steel wire and they'll wrap it around the resistor. And that adds inductance to the circuit. Sometimes changing inductance with a resistor can mess with the circuit. So we'll see. I don't know. I think these ceramic resistors that came from the factory may be wire wound themselves. So I'll take a look. I do have an extra GOA chassis. I could just pull that off and try it. I don't know. I do know this. This board down here, if I were to take this plug out and plug it directly into the board, the picture would be larger. And I could probably bypass this board entirely, plug it directly into here, and then be able to adjust it in, no problems, no questions asked. But I want to keep that board, you know what I mean? So in other words, if I wanted to, right now, I could just plug this in here and it'd be good to go. But I want to try to see what's actually wrong and keep my board here, because this board actually decreases the signal strength coming from the board. Yeah, that's it. Got my, okay, that fan's running. That's an important fan. Yeah, I see some old, look at this. June 2015, it says. So it's been a while, but it looks like he went through it. I wonder, I should have asked him some of the story on this. I see the high voltage has been repaired. He has a sticker there. That's interesting. So that's cool. 2015 still better than 1981, right? But yeah. So my next question is, this is my other thing. I'm probably gonna fix this off camera. I'm just gonna do it. Yeah, I know. It's a mess in here. That's fine. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put this thing. See, I got a lot of games that I'd like to keep here in the house, and I already got them in the garage. So it's tough for me to figure out which one's gotta go. Now, I know I want my Space Fury in with all the vectors. This room here, see if I can give you like a way up view. This is all vectors in here. And I know I got dusty tops on here. But this is all vectors in here. And I like to keep it with the vectors. I'd really like to put it right here, where Star Wars is. So I have 3 Sega vectors in a row. So something has to be removed out of this room for me to put it in. I love Gyrus, but I think Gyrus might have to go to the garage. Frogger, it's a narrow cabinet, and see that pillar behind on the wall? It's kind of like the only cabinet that fits there, so I almost got to keep Frogger here. Man, I don't know. I want to fit my Space Fury in here. And the Gyrus. So, I don't know. And I'd hate to remove Cubert and Mad Plants because they just look awesome right here. Don't they? So, my other thoughts is, okay, I got a Gyrus. I could put it in here with some of the rasters. This is probably the least favorite of people to come over. But it's one of my favorites. I don't know. If I hadn't gotten laid off, I would have built the addition. But looks like I'm going to have to put the addition on hold. Hopefully I'll have better times in the future. Maybe I won't be doing stupid things like buying expensive Space Furies when you're laid off. But I don't know. We have to figure out where I'm going to move what. Something has to go. And I love all this stuff in here. So we'll figure it out